G'day YouTube and everyone out there. So I'm going to do a little brief introduction to the Mandela effect for all the people out there that have just decided to come onto YouTube and started to look around trying to find out what's going on because they've noticed either a logo has changed or something that they've known to themselves to be everyday fact of life or their reality has changed and it's just changed overnight to them and they're having a bit of problem coping with it. So I thought I'd do this for you. For the first thing, I want you to know that none of yous are crazy. Don't worry about that. And no, you're not having memory problems and you're not under brainwashing or anything like that. The fact that we all remember exactly the same memories from our past reality can tell you that we're all a hive mind and everyone remembers the exact same thing because we're from a past reality. So what's happened, to put it down layman's terms for you, is Cern and many quantum computers, I'd say, linked up to the elite, to the occultists, the 1%, the elite, or whatever you want to say, have manipulated the space-time dimension using quantum mechanics and the new quantum computers working in parallel dimensions, and they have shifted your consciousness from your old reality, which you used to be in the Sagittarius arm on the outskirts of the Milky Way. Now you are on Orion's spur, which is on the other side of the galactic center, basically in that where we were from a Sagittarius arm, about 85,000 light years away from the Sagittarius arm. We are now 25,000 light years away from the rim and 25,000 light years away from the galactic center, so we're smack bang in the Milky Way now. So there's the first one. How did they do it? They shifted your consciousness out of your body. They removed your consciousness from your avatar in the Sagittarius parallel reality dimension, and they pushed it through a page in a book, so to speak, into the Orion spur dimension. And they did it with the other parallel realities right along, so everything's got shifted. So what we want to talk about is all of these effects that you're thinking, like life is like a box of chocolates, Luke, I am your father. Yes, that's exactly what they all were. And we all remember exactly the same. So don't start freaking out. Don't start thinking you're dead. Don't think that when you find out your anatomy has changed or anything like that, don't think you're dead. It's only because your consciousness has been moved and put in a new avatar in a brand new universe. So what's happened is I'll put it in layman's terms because I explained it in the other, but what it is Sagittarius arm itself has infinite design of dimensions set to its own universe, and everything in the Sagittarius arm universe is to do with that Earth being in that position because that's where it is in the so-called indoctrinated education of how we explain universe and measurements and space, etc. But so then you've got the Orion spur, which is in another universe inside the multiverse. It's convenient because, you know, string theory and everything right now is all multiverse crap. But they've basically known about it for a long time, I'd say, and they've just decided to do it without fucking telling not one fucking soul and just saying, no, well, fuck yous, boom, and just done it. But what it is that we've been shifted out of one universe inside of the multiverse and put into the next universe, which is the universe of the Orion spur, and Orion spur's original set of dimensional designs with its own timelines, etc., where it's always been in this place. You move to the next multiverse the next universe inside the multiverse, you're going to end up probably on another one of the Milky Way arms somewhere around the galaxy, and that's going to tell you by indoctrination standard of education where you are in space in a totally different place. So, right, so that's all that's happened. So you don't freak out. Everyone here, that the problem with the whole Mandela effect is that not everyone shifted consciousness from the last parallel reality. So you have a mingled version of us from the parallel reality that are here in these new avatars as consciousness, mingled with some of the original Orion spur consciousness people that were already here. Their reality hasn't changed to them. They have not noticed anything different, so they're going to think you're crazy, etc., Just deal with it. I've fucking dealt with it, blah, 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 blah. They'll bloody try to debunk it, do whatever they can. They can't do anything. The problem with them is that they can't have first-hand experience, like to know that we do right now. After you've understood what's going on, you can get the grasp of it. You know, you've actually seen manifestations of physical objects change. So it kind of wakes you up, you know. But the problem is they're never ever going to be able to get it unless they shift, and hopefully that, well, they get it sooner or later on that, because it's just getting crazy how ridiculous the confusion is getting with this subject, and people saying it's not a fact and it needs to be debunked and all this. It's just fucking crap. All they're doing is they're hiding the actual truth, away from actually being revealed, that Cern needs to be stopped and the elite need to be stopped, and the only way we can do it is by presenting this. It's hidden away from mainstream, it's hidden away from everything. But so that's all that's happened, right? So your consciousness is here, their consciousness has always been here. The problem is that your consciousness that shifted from the Sagittarius arm replaced the consciousness in the Orion spur. The consciousness that was in the Orion spur got sent to the Sagittarius arm, and vice versa through the other parallel realities. But you, as a collective consciousness working in singularity through all of the dimensions, actually are the only shifting consciousness. So in every parallel reality of the universe, of what everyone's always confused with, it's always the same people that are turning around and saying, well, that's not how it is. I can debunk that. It's always the same people, because they've never ever got a chance to shift in any of the reality. But you have, so that's all it is. So don't freak out, don't stress out, don't think you're dead, don't start panicking thinking the rapture's about to happen, because everything is logic. It's just you got to think that we've now discovered quantum mechanics in the year 2016, and basically they didn't fucking care about what they were going to do with it. They did the experiment and they fucking shifted the consciousness energy out of our avatar and ejected it into the next parallel universe, which they're now talking about as being a real deal and all this. So there you go.